Well, hello. Hello. My name is JBJ. I'm the CEO and founder of Bottleneck Distant Assistants. This is a special edition of Live with Bottleneck called A Week in Review with Jaime and Sara. And I don't know if you can see it, but right there it says Special Edition of Week in Review. I thought this was really cool, done by our designer. They're just awesome. But hey, it's Friday, January 21st, and we're excited. We're going to be doing a nice show for you. Sara will be along shortly, but I wanted to jump in and get this thing kicked off. So let me do this. I'm going to go ahead and play the intro here, and we'll get off to the races. So we'll be back soon. There she is. Hello.
It's cold here.
It's a little chilly, and I didn't brush my beard out this morning.
And I'm having a bad hair day.
Look at it's. I look homeless. That's all right. I'm used to it.
It's okay.
Is it better?
Yeah.
Well, hello, welcome. I'm Jaime J, and
I'm Sara.
my beautiful wife. She's awesome. So this is a special edition of Live with Bottleneck called A Week in Review with Jaime and Sara. And what we do is we talk about Bottleneck, our company, and what we're doing, the challenges we're finding, and the successes that we're seeing, and what's happening this week. What are we doing? And it's really neat because what are we doing in our business? What's making things go? What's not making things go? What are some of the challenges, like I said? And then we also talk about what's going on next week. Kind of give you an idea. Hey, this is kind of the things that we're going on next week. Then we do shout outs at the end. Why do we do this?
You and I can be together on Fridays.
Yes, Hockey Friday. So we do this for a couple of reasons. Number one, we like being transparent and vulnerable, and we like learning. We really like to learn if we can. Maybe someone that's watching this can say, hey, maybe you can do this to learn. Or maybe something that we're doing can help either inspire you or help you overcome a challenge, or maybe you're experiencing some of the same pain points that we are, and maybe something we say can help you out. So that's the reason that we do this.
Yep.
Right?
Exactly.
Well, would you like to jump into the show and talk about what happened this week?
I'd rather be jumping into a swimming pool where it's 90 degrees outside.
Instead of 2?
Yeah.
It's freezing. So it got down to, I don't know, it said 18 degrees last night. I'm calling BS.
Yeah,
it was freezing.
Yeah.
It was freezing. We were even thinking about maybe going in the jacuzzi. It was just too cold.
Yep, it was windy and cold.
Yeah.
I mean, and we're not that far north. Like, I looked at where my daughter's at, and it's was -11. Yeah. Why anybody would want to be in a place that cold, I don't know.
Alaska's beautiful.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Well, what happened this past week? I'll go ahead and kick it off a little bit. This past week, I've been really busy, kind of pulling things together and building local relationships, not local relationships, but more partnerships this week. So it's been really exciting. I do want to congratulate, and this was, well, I'll wait for the shout out. There. But we've had some challenges to overcome this week with regards to communication. So we've been fixing that.
Mm-hmm.
We are in the process and really excited about launching we've been doing some planning for launching some new proprietary software, matching software, and additionally some planning for design and marketing and things like that. So it's been a lot of fun. So a lot of that fun kind of planning, like creativity stuff has been happening this week. And I just love that stuff. I thrive on it.
Yeah, fun, creativity. That started what, yesterday?
No, that's been going on the past couple weeks, but that's what I've been working on this week.
But you were really excited yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay.
I'm missing it. What did I?
It's
What
okay.
I? What I
Nothing.
miss?
You did really good. So,
Oh.
just some things happened and stresses were relieved.
Oh yes.
Yeah. So, anyway,
And it's not what you're thinking. Get your minds out of the gutter.
yeah. So what happened this last week?
Well, I did a lot of planning. That's what I just said. I've just asked. Now it's your turn.
I did a lot of researching. I'm trying to find some API integrations with Veeam, which is a payment portal that we use for international payments.
What is API?
I don't know what it stands for. Something integration, proprietary integration.
So it's a way for two different software technologies, two different platforms to communicate with one another.
Right. So I use Veeam for international payments. So the fees, like anybody in Canada, the Philippines, it's super easy to make payments that way. You don't have to go through wires. It's such a pain. And I wanted to talk to QuickBooks, and I wanted to tell QuickBooks, this is what was paid for, and this is how to categorize it. Well, you have to link that with, we use Zapier.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So anyway, I'm working on several Zaps, and in fact, we're with another client trying to help them with a Zoom Veeam integration.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, that's kind of what I've been doing, and lots of paperwork, lots of bookkeeping, housekeeping, trying to close out the books for 2021. And wow, did some things rear their ugly heads this week. Woo!
What ugly heads?
Ugly heads. Like payments were showing as paid in QuickBooks, which is what QuickBooks automatically does. So me, not being an expert or a trained bookkeeper, thought that they were being paid, and no, they were not. So there was a little stress in my life, but I think we've got it.
You did.
sorted.
You did. I thought you did great. You're freaking awesome. I think you did really good. Well, do you want to maybe talk about what's coming up next week?
Well, sure. What's coming up next week? Oh. Next week. So next
week's a big week.
Yeah, we're working on the security. We have another meeting regarding the security program,
Yep.
which is really exciting.
Yep.
It's not quite rolled out yet, so I don't want to give away too many specifics.
Yep.
But it's
Monday morning we have the team meeting to prep the workflow, so everybody knows how to do whatever. By the way, that's something we did this week too. Discuss that. But Monday morning, our security team, meaning the people that we've identified within this company, are going to get together and we're going to plan out. We're going to process out all the steps, A through Z, what happens during that process, because we're going to be adding additional layers of security for our clients to opt in if they want to give them the confidence to know that their data, it will be more secure this way. And I think because there's so many things going on with COVID, so many people working remotely from home, and even the people that are working in the offices, I think an extra layer of security is absolutely necessary. And in doing so, with us being a remote company, if there were to be some kind of data breach, some kind of vulnerability, who are you going to point your fingers at first? You're going to point your fingers at us because we're the remote person, and obviously we probably did something. So we want to eliminate that worry, or at least at the very least minimize as much as we possibly can, minimize the opportunity of threat via any kind of security breach. So we're really going to step it up. and offer that as an add-on service to our platform. And we're really excited because we partnered with a wonderful information technology group, and we're just excited. So we finally got all of the pieces. Now we just have to kind of put it together, just like everything else, and build out a nice little workflow. And okay, step 1, step 2, step 3, and who's responsible, where are the, all that communication stuff. We're going to do that Monday morning, and then we're going to reach out to 2 of our clients Monday afternoon to say, let's do this, let's pull the trigger. So
yep,
we're excited.
And we've kind of changed the way things are looked at from a sales perspective and a recruitment perspective. Keep it within the box. You know what you always say, let's think outside the box. Well, in this case, no, it's a box. It's got 4 sides. Those are hard sides, and you do not leave this box.
Do whatever you want inside the box. Be as creative as you want to, but stay inside the box. And to kind of give you an idea of what we're talking about there, it's been very hard for some of our clients to figure out, what the heck do you guys do? What are you offering? This is what I want. I want somebody to do this and this and this and this and this. And we call that the golden goose in the company. Well, we're going to totally take away all guesswork, and we're going to have specific roles with specific responsibilities. And that's the box that we're referring to. It's not going to be, hey, I want part of this one and part of that one, and kind of create something together. And the reason why, don't get us wrong, we're completely creative here. We do so many things outside of the box. But with regards to the role and responsibilities, the second you start mix-mashing different areas of expertise, now all of a sudden you're actually hurting the integrity of your own brand, your own business, because now someone is not going to be an expert or really good focusing in one area. I hear this all the time. Well, I do all this stuff and I do this and that. Yes, but are you really that good of an expert? Like, I know how to do Photoshop, but I am not a designer.
No, I can do Canva, but have you seen my work?
Yeah. I could build a website, but not great. There's a lot of things that I can do that I'm not really good at, but guess what? Other people on our team are fantastic at it. And why not leverage something that somebody is really good at in a specific role, graphic designer, something that's specific for them that they love doing. So that's a message we're trying to get across. And this is going to be big for next week. So that's why we're doing, personal assistants. We're going to define that role with the responsibilities. We're going to be doing project managers. We're going to define that role with specific responsibilities. So that's what we're trying to do. That's that box that Sara was talking about, so that we take the guesswork out of, trying to hire.
It's like companies, they hire a bookkeeper, they hire an IT professional, they hire HR. Sometimes some of these can overlap, but you're probably not going to have IT overlapping with HR. And a creative is probably not going to be someone that's going to be
doing the books,
interfacing with client interfacing, customer interfacing.
Yeah, web developers, and you're not gonna have a web developer trying to sell, placement services. No.
So like this morning, I had a early morning meeting with the dev team, because I didn't know how to do this. Could I put the research in and try to figure it out? Yes. Is it worth the time? No. These guys know what they're doing. I tried this. I have learned my lesson. No. It took them, I think it took RJ like 5 minutes. He's like, oh, yeah. And he's like, I integrated it and blah, blah. I'm like, okay, great. I'd still be researching and watching YouTube videos and calling the help desk.
So that's kind of what we're doing. Hopefully that we haven't confused you too much. So that's one of the things we're doing. We're creating we have some roles that we're going to be hiring for internally, which is kind of exciting. And then some technology that we're going to be doing, we're really excited about. So we plan for that. So we have a planning meeting for that next week as well. And this past week too, we did separate 2 companies. So we have Bottleneck, and then we have Bottleneck Health. You'll be seeing more about that in the future. So 2 completely different entities. Really pumped about how that's going. And then, yeah.
I have a question. I've been to ask this, and while it's on my while I'm thinking about it, top of mind, what's the new acronym for Bottleneck Health? BHMS or
Yeah.
BHMS? Thank you.
Yep. See, we do it on the fly right now. We're building business.
There's
We're doing
things
it.
I need to title, and I need to be consistent.
So a couple things that are coming up too, that won't be next week, but the following week, I will be doing my new word of the year, my 2022 word of the year. You can see this is 2018, 2017, 18, 19, and I'm sorry, 2018, 2019, 2020, and 2021. And actually, these 2 are reversed. 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021. And then 2022, yes, 22. And so you can go and find those on the websites. If you want to, you can go check out Word of the Year with Bottleneck. We've broken them down, like finding opportunities by creating uninterrupted strategy session. Listen means listen intentfully and soulfully to engage notably, things like that. So I'm getting ready to do 2022, and I launched that so that we'll have some fun with that. And then we're also going to be doing our state of the company. So I'll be launching state of the company in February. And basically what that is, it's kind of a recap of what we did last year and the excitement and ideas and concepts and planning of what we feel is going to happen this year. So that will be coming out in February. So I'm pretty excited to work on that. And yeah, so next week's going to be an awesome week.
Yes, it will.
A lot of productivity.
Yep.
All right. What do you think? Shout outs?
Okay. Shout outs.
We're going to do shout outs. Look at my hair in this shout out clip.
I never noticed that. That's awesome.
It's freaking hilarious. Well, shout outs.
Who's your shout out?
I've got 4 actually.
Hit it.
Shout outs. I want to shout out to Mike D. I want to shout out to Cedric Barros. I want to shout out to RJ Rojambabas. These 3 individuals have done an incredible job with us. And what we did is we awarded them with a pretty cool thing. They all had over 6 years of service, and we had never really done anything like that in the past. So I wanted to kind of share this with you and share our excitement. It's such a blast to be able to work with amazing people. And this is Mike D. If you can see, that's Mike D. And he's just an amazing video editor. We sometimes call him Magic Mike because of what he does, but we refer to him as Mike D. This is Ced. He is an unbelievable designer. And he's just talk about dedication. Like, this guy is amazing. I can tell you some stories. And then, of course, RJ. RJ's been with me the longest. He was the very first team member that we brought on board, and he's still with us. And so we gave him these awards. And I don't want to just single these 3 out, although they have the longest tenure with our organization. I do want to say thank you to the entire team, but it was so neat getting to work with Rachel, who is our HR. And, she was so excited and planning for this. And she did our holiday plan party along with M's and everybody else who participated. We just had a bunch of fun. And to be able to reward our team members, albeit remotely, it's just neat to see where we've come.
They're very proud of them.
Very proud. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool.
It's pretty cool. And so in line with that, I said I had 4. I actually have 5. But in line with that, just want to give a quick shout out to Christopher Lockhead, say thank you, because all of these people help him out on his podcast called Follow Your Different, and he always thanks them at the end by name. So that's really, really neat. So if you haven't listened to Follow Your Different by Christopher Lockhead, go listen to that. It's a really cool podcast.
Mm-hmm.
So my fourth shout out, or that was my fourth, my fourth shout out is to Jason DeFilippo. I hope you get better soon. Greatest of all time podcast editor. Yeah, big shout out to you. And then my final shout out is going to go to this man right here. If I can share this for a second. We just had a great conversation. Mark Hirschberg, he's the author of Career Toolkit, Essential Skills for Success That No One Taught You. And I'm kind of being premature in bringing this up now because that's usually something that we do at the end, but I did want to send a special shout out to him because he was very helpful and we had a wonderful conversation. And even after we stopped the recording, our wonderful conversation continues. So special shout out to him.
Yep. So my shout out is to Rach and Raina. So Rach and Raina they had been off almost a month. I think it was 3 weeks. So they're, the typhoon Odella.
Yeah, I don't remember. There's two of them.
Hit the Philippines and they lost communication with their father.
This typhoon, by the way, was huge.
It's
and
like
it went
a
through
category
10,000 villages.
It's like a Category 5 hurricane. A typhoon is basically a hurricane. It is just southern hemisphere. So maybe it rotates a different direction.
Toilet bowl.
So they couldn't get communication with their dad. They couldn't find him. They were rightfully very worried. Transportation is like insane. Like, so just imagine a huge hurricane going through, what it does to all the infrastructure.
Mm-hmm.
So they were on boats. And I just learned that Raina can't swim.
Yeah.
And they were on like 9 and 8 hour boat rides and terrified, tired.
Boat broke down.
I didn't know the boat broke down, but there was
floating in the middle of the ocean for several hours.
So and through all this, Rachel was still communicating. Anytime she could get a cell signal, she was still trying to perform her duties.
Absolutely insane.
Yeah, insane. And and they found their dad, so he's safe and sound.
Happy ending.
Yeah, happy ending. And everybody's safe and sound, and they're back. And yeah, that was we were very, very worried about them.
we were extremely worried about them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great shout out. Thanks. Any other shout outs?
It makes me think my other shout outs aren't very good.
She would say that. I'm just
So
spending some time.
Quit repeating yourself. Yeah.
Should we wrap up?
Yep.
Okay, you can go to Bottleneck.Online.
Check us out. I didn't get any responses to Sara at Bottleneck.Online for the free book copy of Quit Repeating Yourself.
Yeah. Neither did I.
Not one.
People don't care.
So learn how you can break through the bottleneck in your business today. Go to bottleneck.online/BTV, where you can see this amazing content as well as all of Jamie's lives. Quit repeating yourself. That's the book. You got to read it. It's a quick read. It's a fantastic book. Get the digital copy. I think it's like 99 cents for the digital copy. Get the physical copy. What is it? $14.99? $12.99?
Oh,
I don't remember.
Maybe $17.99. I think.
Yeah,
I don't remember.
It's 3 cups of coffee. Let's put it that way. So, yeah, it's a quick read. There's great nuggets of information. I challenge you to read this book and let us know what you learned from it.
Yep. You can go to quitrepeatingyourself.com. Also hashtag QRY, hashtag quit repeating yourself. And I just learned something kind of, and you know what? We forgot to put we were talking about built-in redundancy. That was our title today.
Huh.
I can't believe we forgot that. They went to all this work creating that lovely graphic, and we just skipped right over it. We always have a theme, and we just forgot our theme today. So what we're talking about today is built-in redundancy. Do you know what built-in redundancy means? What do you think of when you hear built-in redundancy?
Like checks and balances, almost.
Okay. I guess it could be like that. Yeah, checks and balances.
So you're making sure the redundancy is. It's like when you have a conversation with someone and you're trying to come up with a plan, and you repeat what they say. This is what I hear. This is what I'm hearing. Do you agree? That's how I.
Yeah. And yes, and also with the company, what we want to do is make sure that we have built-in redundancy, meaning that systems, processes, and workflows are in place. So therefore, if for some reason someone checks out or is off on vacation or is stuck floating in the middle of the sea, all right, somebody else can come in and take that over. So we have built-in redundancy measures in the form of systems, processes, and workflows, and that also goes so that way every single aspect of every single transaction, item, process, task, everything is documented. So do something as if it's the last time you're ever going to do it by documenting. That's what I'm referring to when I say built-in redundancy. And I really wish I would have brought this up in the beginning, because it has a lot to do with everything that we're doing. Case in point, the security that we were talking about. Well, we're planning to meet Monday morning with our internal security team, i.e. all the people that we're putting together to plan this, so we can create a workflow. Therefore, we have built-in redundancy. If we have a salesperson that's out there talking to a client, and someone new comes in, guess what? They don't have to figure out what they have to do. They just follow the steps.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I meant by built-in redundancy. And so hopefully that kind of helps. All right.
What happened last week? You did this in your shout out.
I did this in my shout out, but I think it's worth repeating. Go check that out.
Check it out.
Yeah. Creating your own career toolkit. And you can actually go to careertoolkitbook.com to check out more. This guy is a graduate at MIT, super smart fella, just a wealth of knowledge. Highly recommend that.
And coming up this week, Alexander Sprague. Sprague?
I think it's Sprague.
Sprague?
Yep, Sprague. Sprague.
Oh, is he U.S. or foreign?
I'm assuming foreign, but I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Epic choices, epic life. How to plan, achieve, and enjoy the journey. Speaker, author, creator of Epic begins with one step forward programs of Xander Sprague, LLC. So that's coming up this Wednesday, January 26th at 2 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Eastern.
Pretty excited.
If you're in the Philippines tuning in, that would be
good luck for
midnight.
You. So I, as Sarah so elegantly pointed out, I have to do some research before I interview this person. One thing that I do like, though, are some of these upcoming shows. People are applying to be on Live with Bottleneck, and I don't even know who they are. And that speaks volumes to the built-in redundancies, the processes, the systems, the workflows. Everything is happening, and I don't need to be a part of every single aspect of the business.
Yeah.
So it's kind of exciting. But,
well, I can't wait to hear what he has to say.
Yeah.
Evidently, he likes what you have to say, so he wants to learn more. And
excited.
Talk.
I'm excited. All right. So what's next, Sarah? Look at this, 10:30 on the dot.
Time to say goodbye.
Time to say goodbye to all my family.
I'm looking at all the little thumbnails. I'm like, what's the next one we're supposed to? I would do terrible at this.
No, you wouldn't.
I would just talk
do
like
awesome.
I'd talk like 10 minutes and go bye.
No, you wouldn't. You'd do awesome. Okay. Well, thank you so much for tuning in. Remember, create your own ripple.
We'll be more organized next week.
No, we won't. That's half the fun. That's who we are. That's how we roll.
Yep. Let's go play hockey.
Hockey Friday. Hey, have fun. Make it a great day. We'll talk to you soon.